Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a question.
All right.
So, what is your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve. Ooh, okay.
Super curious.
People that don't have any knowledge about a subject giving me advice on that specific subject. Or like not giving me advice.
But like telling you to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Telling me like this is the right way. Right? Yeah, what about you?
Yeah, I'd say that'd also be one of my biggest, but my biggest is like bandwagoners. Like people that just like jump on the hype train.
Yeah, I can
like
see that.
For example, like like once Travis Scott became popular, like people's like, oh, I've been a Travis fan, like I listen to his music. I'm like, no, you don't. You're just doing it because other people are doing it.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I can agree with that.
Yeah, so I'd say that's my biggest. It's just like people that just like jump on the hype train. Yeah,
it's a very good pet peeve.
Yeah,
very understandable. But yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Welcome back to the podcast, Brown Boys Theory, episode 4. Yo, dude, I'm already kind of shocked that we're already here at episode 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember with the previous podcast perspective, like I think it took us like 2 months to get to our 4th episode, so we're somewhere.
we're moving fast, but we're enjoying.
That's facts. Yeah, and also if you guys have any questions or anything you'd like for us to talk about, or if you guys want to be a guest, make sure to hit us up on our Instagram, brown_boys_theory, and we're gonna be checking out your guys' responses.
Yeah, and we have some people that are interested in being hosts.
Yes.
So, we'd love to have you. Yeah. And we will have you eventually on the podcast.
Yeah, maybe 5th or 6th podcast, we'll get a guest up in here. Maybe one of our closest friends.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Alrighty, but I think SANKALP'S gonna start off this conversation.
Yeah. Okay. So for today, let's talk about something important, and something really important but underrated is body shaming. Mm-hmm. And in a lot of cultures, especially us, we're both Indian.
Yeah.
In the brown culture in general, body shaming is such a big thing.
Yeah.
Right. And I've experienced it. I know you've experienced it. What's your opinion on it? Like, what do you think about that?
I mean, like I think we were also discussing this in our second podcast about like religion and culture. And again, it just like plays a big role that, like, as you said, our biggest enemies are ourselves. Mm-hmm. Like really, it's like where we came from. And I mean, it can be due to like a lot of things, like especially like the tradition that we're brought up with, like the certain foods that we should eat, but generally it's not like the healthiest thing for us. So that's also an option. And it's just like, I don't know, I guess it's just people's like narrow-minded point of view.
Yeah.
It's like whatever you see, it's like that's the thing, but you're not like willing to see the other side of the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Here's
my thing. There's 2 people who I think are, okay, you can body shame. Miss Universe and Mr. Olympia. That's it. No one else should be judging someone or making fun of someone for their body.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that. Like for me, I lost 70 plus pounds.
I wanted to talk about this since the first podcast. Like, bro, this man inspired. Like, bro, this guy's so inspiring. Because if you guys haven't seen like SANKALP, like the way how he looked before, like the thing is like you weren't big.
I was big.
But like, I don't know. I mean, I've seen like people that have been like in a way worse situation.
Oh yeah, I mean, I wasn't like
Yeah, I mean, you were like big in a way. But,
yeah,
bro. Like, dude, when I saw your transformation, I was like, what?
Exactly.
What happened to this man?
Yeah, 70 plus pounds actually. Yeah. And from there, all I can see, dude. Okay, look. Even after I lost weight, what I'm thinking, I look, like I've never looked in this shape that I have.
Yeah,
right
now. Dude, I was so proud of you. My parents were so proud of you. Like,
thank you.
Like,
like it was. I was really happy, right? And then still, people are like, oh,
really? Still, wait, people are still like,
no, not even fat shaming, because it's not really fat, but they're like, you look weak now.
What?
Yeah, like that's the thing in. I don't know. Maybe it's.
Oh wait. Are you saying like other brown people are saying it, or just people in general?
Brown people. Oh. It's like a brown culture thing, right?
Yeah.
I know it's very, very common in the north, especially in like Punjabi families. But when you get skinny, people are like, oh, you look weaker. Are you sick? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Right.
I remember the Just Stream videos, Daisy Prince and Health.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it's so true, right?
Yeah.
Like, because genuinely, like when you lose weight, you're like, you started to look weaker. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you eating enough? Because to them, if you're fat, you're healthy.
Yeah. Bro, I mean, again, like as I was talking about pet peeves, like for example, me and my mom's side, my grandma, on her, like the one thing like we just don't get along with is especially when it comes to food. Like that's just like the one thing I'm like I'm not gonna listen because I see it in her state and like how she grew up with food and like she's not in like the most healthiest stage and like even like I try to like give her some advice like hey like maybe what you're eating is not the best thing to eat and she's like oh no like this is like what we've been eating in our tradition like our ancestors were eating this. I'm like that doesn't mean that like you can't change. I mean
no like I know a lot of people that wanted to lose weight with the Desi brown diet. You can't do it. Just like being very honest, you cannot do that. Like you just don't expect to lose weight if you have that diet.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna say that all Desi foods are bad. Like again, like having some rice, vegetables, protein, things like that, like it's good. But if you're having like a lot of like ghee, butter, things like that, and like a lot of oil, like that's the stuff that I feel like people just need to change.
Dude, here's my thing. I love Desi food more than anything.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, there's no better food.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, hey, if you grew up like in a brown household, like, you're gonna love it.
Exactly. Like, I love that food so much. But until you realize that you have to be willing to change up your diet, nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, you gotta be self-conscious about yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, even if I'm eating Desi food, what I'll do is I'll do portion control. Right, because that's also very important. Portion control.
Yeah, definitely a calorie deficit.
Yeah. So even if it's like if you're eating Desi food just because you have to, not because you have to, but you want to or whatever, you have to learn how to control the amount of food that you eat because that's so important.
Yeah, because you like I think even like you were telling me like I think one of the biggest things like the way how you lost weight was definitely like watching your calories.
Yeah,
but also jump roping.
Yes, dude, jump roping is so. Oh my god, I love jump.
Bro, like this man already like I'm telling you, like after he told me he lost 70 pounds, like this guy has like inspired me so much. I already like went out there, got my own jump rope.
Yeah, how's it going? With the jump rope.
It's gone pretty good. Yeah. But like 2 days ago, shin splints.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I have. For shin splints, to you and if in case anyone listening suffers from shin splints, get a roller and roll out your shins. That helps so much.
Yeah, because I remember when I was playing varsity tennis, like I also had like some really bad shin splints. Because when I got into varsity tennis, I was honestly never expecting to get into varsity tennis because like the last time I played sort of competitive was like 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
And I just got into varsity tennis like back in February. And also, we didn't even play like any real games because literally, bro, like 4 days before we were gonna play our first like legitimate game, that's when COVID hit.
Oh no.
Yeah. So we had like a couple like practice matches with like Rockland and Granite Bay.
Yeah.
But bro, we didn't even have any like real conversations. And also my dad was like super sad. He was like, I wanted to go see you play.
Yeah, no, dude.
Yeah. But we were doing like a ton of like workouts and exercises, to get our legs like, up and ready. But since I haven't like played tennis in that long, like I experienced like some like really, really bad shin splints.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Because for me, when I did cross country, this being cross country when I was like fat, right? not a good look, right? Not a good look.
Yeah.
Because I honestly speaking, I gained the most weight during that time because of shin splints, right? I like messed up and it was a bad time, dude. It was bad. Also, what people don't tell you is gaining weight honestly will put you mentally in not the best place.
Yeah. Like
you're gonna be down a lot. It's not healthy.
Yeah. Because 100% I would recommend for those who are like, feeling down, like, having anxiety, depression, things like that, like check like exactly like what foods you're eating. Like if you're eating like a lot of junk food, like a lot of like sugary stuff and stuff.
Yeah.
Like make sure like, you know, just like try to give, you know, something like, oh, maybe like I'll start eating vegetables and see how it's affecting me mentally.
Yeah.
So yeah, like trust me, like even just like working out, going for a jog, going for a run, eating, you know, healthier foods will change like your mood for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, even for like working out, when I was going through my whole stuff, like you can't expect changes quick.
Yeah.
And something that I've seen a lot is that people expect changes quick. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Because you're just gonna let yourself down. When you don't see a change quickly, you're just gonna give up, right? That happens a lot. And also you have to stop listening to the hate and negativity that people give.
Yeah.
Like if you get body shamed, don't take that to break you down, but use that as fuel.
Yeah, 100%.
Like if you're like fat, right, and someone calls you fat, someone makes fun of you for being fat. If you can't, you know, come back or make, you know, stand up for yourself in that given situation, you know, sure, that's fine. But first and most importantly, be comfortable with who you are and be comfortable with how you look. And if you're not comfortable, then change.
Yeah, just
right?
like make the effort to change, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, even for me, like even I went through like my own stage of depression, especially, you know, how I looked as well. Because I remember, like, I think probably like one of the biggest things, like I'm not like the most happy with my body is especially like my love handle area. And also like I guess my thighs too, since I got some pretty big thighs. But like, and I was like trying all sorts of workouts, you know, like I was going to CalFit a lot. I was like doing swimming, all these different things. And like, again, like I wasn't seeing like a lot of results, but like, especially nowadays, since like I've actually put in more time into seeing like how I can reduce my weight, you know, it's also important to look at the food side of it.
Yeah.
Because again, eating desi food, it ain't gonna get you those abs. Like
100%.
again, those Bollywood actors, they ain't eating
They don't eat
desi
that,
food.
yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing for me though. Now that I've had like this clear weight loss, people, and like I've been trying to use the excuse to like, oh, I just, you know, I'm going on a diet, you know, I have to lose. You know, like, you already lost 7 plus pounds, beta. How much more do you want to lose?
It's our body. Like, hey, if we want that change, like you gotta accept that change.
But I mean, it's because it's good food, so I can't just say no to it.
Yeah, that's true.
So after a point in time, I'll just accept. I'll give in, and I'll be like, I'll just work out tomorrow more. It's okay.
Yeah.
I can't say no to desi food. I love that stuff so much.
Yeah. Because like even I like you know, like my mom keeps the rice and everything, so like nowadays like I'll just like take as much like as I want to take and then just like keep everything. But also one thing I noticed is that like since like I really like want to start like losing weight and like getting into the shape that I want to be, like I've actually like orientated my plate differently. Because like generally like I'll keep like the carbs, like the rice and everything for like in front and then keep all the vegetables in the back. So now I just like switched it over and now I have the vegetables in the front and then the carbs in the back.
Okay.
Yeah, so I feel like it's a strat.
Yeah.
It's mind games. Because I feel like whatever's in front first, like that's what I go for. Like I don't go for stuff in the back. So,
a lot of it is mind games, actually.
Yeah.
A lot of it is mind games. Like, when you start calorie counting, everything becomes mind games.
Yeah.
Like, just being straight up, label reading is really important.
Yeah.
And this goes for even desi food. Like, you can
100%.
do that according to a label. So that's good. But yeah, going back to the point of people body shaming, here's my thing about that. In our culture, because I mean, I can only speak on our culture, right? There's a lot of people that don't have the best bodies. They're not built like a, you know, Greek god or goddess.
Yeah.
They're not chiseled or anything, but they're willing to judge other people, right? Don't ever do that with me.
Yeah.
Or anyone in general.
Just,
don't ever do it. If you don't look... If you're not Mr. Olympia or Miss Universe, don't ever judge someone for the way they look.
But even if you are, like, you still shouldn't judge.
Yeah. What
like,
I mean by that is like,
because again, people are like going through their own stuff, like whether it's, you know, their own mind or their family household, their situation. So, yeah.
I don't get why people body.
Yeah, I just don't judge people in general.
Yeah, I don't get why people do that. Like, there's so many. Okay, in India especially, and a lot of people, they'll like look at you. They're like, oh, you know, he's on the healthy side. Have you heard that?
Yeah.
The healthy side. That's the way they say fat.
Yeah.
Is they'll say he's on the healthy side. When they themselves are on the healthy side.
Yeah.
So why are like that's a pet peeve of mine.
Bro,
That's
okay,
a
no.
pet peeve.
For those who haven't watched the Just Rain, They See Parents in Health. Bro,
Watch it. It's very real.
Yeah, watch it for sure. But there's one thing that is legit the exact same, in, especially with my grandma, because I think one of the ones that they're saying is like someone in your like family household, they tell you like, oh, don't eat that food, but they themselves are eating it.
Yeah.
And it's like you're not supposed to be eating that. Like, you know, you have like diabetes, like for example.
Sugar.
Yeah, sugar. Like legit, the same exact thing.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I just have sugar. I can still eat it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like that doesn't mean anything. Like even Just Rain gave an analogy. It's like you have asthma. It's like, oh no, I just have breath. What does that even mean?
Yeah, no, this is sugar. That's such a real thing.
Yeah, like I don't understand it, bro.
Like, no, if to the people who haven't watched that video, watch the video because it's
Yeah,
very,
100%.
very real.
Yes, I will link it in the description.
Yeah, it's so true.
And also, speaking about SANKALP'S achievements, go check out his book in the description.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
But yeah, no, dude, that's just I hate people that like will judge you for the way you look. Like, don't why?
Yeah.
It's not your body.
Exactly.
Like, how does it matter?
Hmm.
Also, here's another problem I have. People that care about society's views on them too much.
Mm.
Like, society, come on. Like, be yourself.
Why you gotta do that?
If you're happy with the way you look, then stay that way. If you're not, change.
Yeah.
Stop listening to other people. Don't let other people dictate your life for you.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? Because true change isn't going to come until it comes from within.
Yeah.
Like, for me, my dad used to tell me, you know, all the time, go lose weight, do this, you know, because you're not healthy. You're not in a healthy situation right now. And what I do is because I had a lot of muscle mass as well, but I did have a lot of fat. I had more fat than muscle mass. Until I like truly wanted to get rid of the fat, nothing happened.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not ever going to happen. Until it comes from within, nothing's going to change.
Yeah, because like, okay, one thing for me, especially like my dad even told me like, hey, like you need to lose weight, you need to do this, which like I want to do, I really want to do.
Yeah.
But then my dad goes out and he goes and buys like, you know, cupcakes and donuts and all this stuff. And
yeah.
I'm like, bro, like how am I gonna lose weight if you're gonna keep buying this food? He's like, oh no, it's just a mind game. Like you got like if you need to like lose weight, just eat the foods that you want to eat.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, but you buying it's not helping anything.
Yeah,
It's just making it worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, dude,
because it's definitely like self-control. Self-control plays like a big part.
Self-control is 100%.
Yeah.
But I don't know, dude. It's weird to see. I don't understand people that like body shame. That's like I don't understand why or what do you get from that?
Exactly, and bro, it's the same thing with just hating on others. Like you're not gonna or bullying. You're just not gonna get anything out of this.
Like what do you achieve from doing that? Does that make you feel better about yourself and the way you look? Like no. It doesn't.
Exactly.
I don't know, dude. We're living in a weird world.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But going more into like brown culture itself, like again, I feel like if there's one thing you just had to change about like the brown community, I feel like the one thing is just the judging, the ego, the judging, the pride. Like if we can let that go, like it would be so much better in the brown community.
Yeah. Judgment is my main thing. Judgment.
Yeah.
What do you like? How does it affect you? What your family friend's kid has done, right?
Think you're scared is gonna have a good wedding, so you gotta have a good wedding.
Exactly.
What is this?
Like, no, it doesn't. No, like stop comparing your kids and stop putting negativity.
Yeah, it's like you're gonna get married by 24. I don't want to see you in this house.
Exactly.
Bro, like I got my own life. If I don't want to be married, I don't want to be married. If I want to be married, I want to be married. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
Yeah,
Stop judgment.
Yes. Just like watch all of Just Rain's videos.
It's because it's honestly so true.
Yeah.
Like it's so.
He speaks facts.
But yes, stop judgment. 100%. If you judge, I'm gonna judge you.
Ooh.
For the people only listening, I'm staring right into the camera.
You know the camera's right there, right?
Oh shoot. Yeah, I've been looking at the wrong camera the entire time.
He's just been looking at the monitor. He's not looking at the camera. It's all good. It's all good.
I'm staring at the camera right now.
Yeah.
You judge, I'm gonna judge you.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's your thing with eye contact? Like people that stare right at you.
Bro, as I said, like even like in the like first or second podcast, I was like, bro, anytime I go to India, there's always like someone staring at me.
Well, how do you deal with it?
I mean, I just look away. Just keep
Oh, you
walking.
look away?
Yeah. Wait, do you stare them down?
I stare right back.
Yo, that's so good. That's so funny.
Dude,
I don't have the guts to do that though.
I stare right. Anyone that stares at me, I stare right back. Just because I don't like being stared at.
Yeah, I feel like that's just for a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't think anyone likes being stared at.
No, and bro, and that's the one thing I love, especially when I travel to Japan. That's the one thing I love about the culture. They don't stare at you.
Oh really?
Because privacy is like such like a such a core like belief to them. So like if they don't want people seeing like what they're doing, like they're looking down, looking at their phones, looking at the ground. Like
Okay.
they're not gonna look at you.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean they're also like super open too. Like if you have a question, they're like always willing to help you out.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the one thing I love about Japan. Really.
Yeah, I still have to travel.
Yeah, you gotta travel, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
100%.
I have to travel. Can't wait till I start traveling.
Yeah, cause like even with my brother, like me and my dad, we asked him like, hey, like, do you want to go to the beach today? Because we're in California, like the beach is like a couple hours away.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh no, like if I just want to go to the beach, I'll just like watch it online. And I'm like, okay, if you're just gonna have that analogy, like it's because again, my brother, he's like huge into basketball, right? Like he wants to go and play into like all these leagues. I'm like, all right, then if you want to say that, then what's the difference of you playing basketball and just watching basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah. So trust me, just like watching the oceans, it's different than actually being there.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Like to feel the environment and feel the like what's happening around you. It's such a unique feeling. It's different for everyone. Yeah, so that's why I highly recommend travel, and that's why my YouTube videos are traveling.
Yeah. No, dude, travel is so much fun. But yeah,
yeah, because I'm hoping like I wanted to like especially this winter break. I really wanted to go to Canada, just like have like a road trip to Canada. That'd be so
road
dope.
trip to Canada?
Yeah. Well, either a road trip or it can be like by train.
There's from where?
No, but I'm saying like if they were open. Obviously,
no,
like
I know,
open
but
right now.
like in case they were open, like from where? Like, well, where would you go in Canada?
Toronto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And also, I forgot the name of it, but there's a lake called Lake Louise. It's like on the Alberta, Canada.
Okay.
It's like on the west side of Canada. They have like some really nice mountains and lakes, and some drone shots would be dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Travel.
Yeah. So me and my friends were like planning to do like a trip there, but obviously a lot of stuff is blocked up right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks.
But honestly, like, here's one thing, especially like when it comes to traveling, I feel like I find it the most fun when I'm traveling with friends instead of family.
I have yet to do either.
I see. But I mean, like, at least you traveled to India, so.
Yeah, with family.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're traveling with family to go see other family members, then yeah, it's fun. In some certain situations. Who knows? Yeah. No, but I just like, especially like when I was going to Japan and Europe and stuff, like I just like feel like if I were to travel with friends, I feel like it'd have been more fun.
Because I mean, it's a different experience. You can be a different person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like my dad, like for him, whenever he travels, it's like, oh, we saw this, let's go to the next place. We saw this, next place. It's like we're not like there to like really experience it. It's not really like a vacation. It's like, oh, you're just like going on a business trip. Like I gotta get to one place to the next.
Okay.
Yeah, but I feel like if I'm with friends, I feel like like once we go there, like we'll really like experience it, and then once we do, we go to the next thing, and then when we're done, we have a good time.
Plus, I mean, like you have different conversations with friends than in parents.
Yeah, I feel like you're more open with friends than family in certain situations.
In certain situations, yeah. Nah, but travel in general, I just feel like it's a lot of fun, and it should be like people should travel.
Yeah.
Just because you can learn so much, not only like about another culture, but also about yourself. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, would you say you've learned more about yourself because of travel?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, you definitely like if like for those who like who haven't like found themselves, still like have that idea like who am I, like what's my life?
Yeah.
Trust me, traveling it can really like help you like find those answers, really. And like just because traveling's traveling, like you don't need to hop on a flight to go somewhere. Like you can legit travel in your own city. Like if you have a car, travel there. If you got a skateboard, use that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like as I said in the previous podcast, like I found like an underground like street under like one of the streets to Walmart, and again it's so amazing that like you can find things you've never seen before.
Yeah. No, it's nice though.
Yeah. Also, I think in our first podcast when we were talking about like how COVID's affected college and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we asked the question if we actually like online college or not.
Oh, okay. To answer that question, online college is a lot easier.
Yeah, honestly, like okay, like a lot of my teachers have said like, oh, like I feel like a lot of you guys are like stressed out because we're not on campus, we're not having like hands-on and stuff. And like for me, bro, I don't mind online college. Like if this was the case for like the next 3 to 4 years, I don't mind it. Like honestly,
I don't mind online college as in work, but I do mind not being on campus.
yeah, because I think like one of the biggest things is like having conversation with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And partying.
Hmm.
I miss partying. I miss partying so much.
I know. But especially with online college, like I just found that I don't procrastinate as much. Do you?
I kind of do still procrastinate, but like it's easier to procrastinate now because the work isn't that much.
Yeah.
Or it's like not as hard.
Yeah, because
as
like
I would expect.
Yeah, because I feel like one of the biggest reasons why I always procrastinate a lot is especially like when we like me and my friends like we're like, oh, let's go to the movies on Tuesday, or like let's hang out over the weekend.
Yeah.
And like a lot of those things, like it gives you less time to work on like homeworks and studying and stuff. But I feel like with that out of the way, especially with pandemic, like I feel like it's giving me more time to like focus on work, and then after that to enjoy that free time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I can see that. What do you do with your free time? Because everyone has free time right now.
Yeah, YouTube. That's that's probably like the biggest thing. And I don't know. I honestly take this time to learn a lot of new things.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like read a lot more books now. Just find like even like cooking. I think like me and my mom like we bake a lot of stuff in our free time. Like learn a lot of things. So yeah, it's giving me time to take time off of what's been happening around the world and just focus on stuff I want to do.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. What about you?
For what?
Just like what you do in your free time.
I will either watch something or try and learn something new. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna cap. I've learned some new things. Like I learned how to make teddy bears out of hand towels.
Oh wow,
which is really cool.
That's impressive.
Yeah. But then kind of after that, I was just like, oh, all right.
I just gave up on it.
No, I learned how to do it. I made a lot.
Oh, okay. But you just like got tired of it.
And then I was just kind of like, all right, cool. I learned it, moved on, and then I kind of just haven't learned anything since.
Yeah, because I feel like especially like during this time, it's important to find new things to have interest in.
Yeah.
Because like if you're not gonna have any interest in anything, then like you're just gonna be bored. And just, I guess that's another thing to put more anxiety on yourself.
Yeah. Find things that make you happy. Find positive stuff. For you, literally for you. Like this is self-care. Like take time 100%. Because you're not. The situation that we're in right now is not.
It's not gonna go any time away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you might as well just take care of yourself. And when like stuff opens up, and life is hectic all over again, you're not gonna have this time to self-care. So do it right now. Why not?
Yeah, 100%.
I looked at the monitor
again.
It's
all good. It's all good.
It's like right there, and it's like a perfect eye contact for me.
True.
But like,
it's true.
I'm looking right at you now.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, but speaking about online college, I don't know. I mean, unless we have someone else on the podcast, but online dating, bro. I feel like it's gonna get bigger now.
Man. Dude, oh my god, I can't.
What's your thoughts?
I have elderly at home, and I can't really go out to meet too many people, so no comment.
Yeah, same here. I don't know. Like again, like if we have someone else on the podcast who wants to go deeper into the conversation, yeah, for sure.
If we have someone else on the podcast who's actually going out, or even going out or being able to like, you know, meet people, congratulations. You're very lucky. Enjoy that.
Yeah. But make sure you're still staying safe.
But congratulations. Dude, I want to meet people so bad. I want to be like talking to people. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Because I'm a huge extrovert. Like, you know, I'm an extrovert.
Yeah, 100%.
So like this right now is not the right space for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's not okay.
Yeah. But at least, I mean, like, you have people at home. Like, you're still talking to them.
Yeah.
But definitely meeting the new people is something that we both want to do for sure.
Exactly. Like, meeting new people is an experience of its own.
And that's why we want you guys to be on the podcast. If you guys got questions, you guys want to be here.
Yeah.
Got stuff to talk about.
We'd like to meet you.
We're down.
I'd like to meet you.
Yeah. As I said once, like, I'm 100% down to, like, do the idea where we have Omegle and then just, like, chat with completely different strangers.
I'm down to do that.
Yeah.
Except
I'm just, like, scared
Omegle, like, I'm kind of scared.
Yeah. There's a lot of bad stuff that happens on the website, but...
there's a lot. We're both 18.
Yeah,
so
it's not like we haven't seen anything before, so...
Like, you know, we can't really go... I don't trust these sites, to be honest. There's a lot of people lying about their age on these sites.
That's true, yeah.
And, you know, we're both legal now, so we have to be very cautious.
Yeah. And at least, like, you know, with a podcast, like, we can edit stuff out. So if anything bad happens, we'll just get it out of here.
But it'll be marked in our brains forever.
True.
Can't edit that out.
Yeah.
Don't do dumb things, kids.
And adults.
Be smart.
And adults.
And adults. We're adults now.
Yeah.
Dude, that hit me. Oh, okay. All right. Like, the fact that we're getting old now. One of my friends is engaged. Shout out. You know who you are. Shout out. Major shout out. And that just hit me, bro. Like, we're like, yo, we're old now. Oh my god.
We're getting there, bro.
I was talking to my uncle a few days ago. It was his birthday. And he was telling me and my brother, he's like, when you were born, I was as old as you are right now. Right? And I've like that's my uncle, right? So I always seem like, I'm like, yo, I'm old now. Oh my god. Like,
yeah,
it's a reality shock.
Yeah, because I've been watching a lot of podcasts, and there's this one podcast called Tuxedo Time. It's like a husband and wife. They're both like, the guy is he's a doctor. He works like in hospitals, and they're both Canadian, so they're in Canada. The husband's a doctor, like the wife's a filmmaker, photographer, YouTuber. And they were having this one conversation, which I actually found very interesting. And it's like what age, like, should you decide to have a kid? You know what I mean? Because, like, it's so hard because either you have a kid, like, early on and, you know, not be financially stable, or you have a kid later on and be financially stable, but you might not have as much time with them as you would have had if you had a kid earlier. What's your thought on that?
I think this is... Because it's kind of weird. Having a kid is something you have to have a partner to discuss it with,
100%.
right?
Yeah.
And I don't have a partner. I'm single. So I
Same here.
and you know, I'm 18, so I definitely don't want to have to talk to anyone about a kid. That'd be very scary. But no, yeah, I think, I don't know. Like, I feel like having a kid is whenever you're like ready.
Yeah.
You know, whenever you're financially, emotionally ready to have that kid, because like it's a big
responsibility.
Deal. You know, it's a very big deal.
With great power comes great responsibility. Stanley.
Exactly. Yes. Rest in peace. But yeah, that's kind of what I like.
Yeah, because I mean, when I was listening to the podcast, even you know, the wife in the situation, she was like, you know, I mean, I don't mind having a kid, but you know, like, she just doesn't want to bear the struggles that go along with pregnancy. You know.
Yeah, that's like. Dude, oh my god. Like, women are so underrated.
Or like, dude, guys can never comprehend what women go through.
You guys are underrated. Like, all the women listening to this, thank you so much.
Yes.
You guys are so
our heroes.
Like, that's crazy. Like, to go through all of that, like, for 9 months of your life, to go through all of that, like, pain and everything. Oh my god.
That's a lot.
Like, wow, dude. Yeah. You know, that's so crazy.
Yeah. Bro, okay, like... If you guys are like in a relationship and your wife is pregnant, like, bro, you better be doing like all this stuff for her.
Exactly.
You better
be
cook
nice,
for her.
Please.
Yeah. And just like, don't make her do all the work. Like,
don't be.
Make sure like you take the time to be like, hey, like, do you need anything right now? Food.
It's like I mean, it's because to even think about that is insane, right? Like for 9 months, your body is gonna go through
Yeah, I know.
like just a complete nutrients like transformation.
Yeah. You're gonna go through headaches and
exactly.
You're
You're
gonna be
really
sick,
gonna go
fever.
through a lot.
Yeah.
That's why, like, I think just as an like, I don't think I should like discuss.
Yeah,
pregnancy.
like again, we're not gonna go super like deep into how people like how women feel through that situation.
Just because I mean,
Because we're guys.
yeah, we can't ever understand what you guys go through.
Exactly.
But thank you.
Yep.
That's all I can say really. Like, thank you for being so strong.
Yeah. But listening to that podcast, like, it really got me thinking, like, bro, like, that is, like, a serious conversation. Because my dad, he had me, like, when he was, like, just about 40. And, like, next year, he's turning 60.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's, like, crazy to think about it, that, like, you're already, like, that old, just, like, when your kid's, going into college.
Yeah, I mean, it's... I think it's a lot of emotion and, like, physically and financially, all of that. All of that goes into account. And more than anything... it has to be both of you guys want.
Yeah, like, bro, okay, like, your wife isn't just, like, something to, like, have romantic, like, all the time.
Yeah.
Like she's your partner.
Exactly.
Or a guy, if you guys, LGBTQ community.
Yeah. Adopting is incredible. Like, people who adopt, I have so much respect for them.
Yeah, 100%.
That's just because, like...
well, one, you're helping out that kid for sure.
Yeah, and, I mean, more than that, like, you're, that's so important to be there for someone who doesn't have the
genetics or blood.
It's incredible. Like, to either adopt or to have a child is incredible. Which is like, you guys deserve a lot more respect than you get.
Yeah.
But yeah,
because like definitely like on the topic about like women and stuff, like it really got me thinking, like if I were to ever be a director, like in the future, if I were to ever make a film, my first film would have like a female lead for sure. Like, would be a protagonist.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of movies are like, oh, we have like a heroine, but like in general, it's mainly like the guy who's the main person on camera.
Yeah.
So for sure, if I were to ever direct a movie, I'd for sure have like a woman first.
I think it's just, and that's something that needs to be taught, like education. You need to educate the youth about how important women are in society. Society literally cannot run without women, and people don't understand that.
Yeah. Like
the people who like abuse women, like why? What, like, does that make you more? Does that make you strong? Like hitting a girl, does that make you strong? No, it doesn't. You came from a girl. If it wasn't for a woman, you wouldn't be here. All right, exactly. So respect them.
Yeah.
Like there's so much like domestic violence, right? It's you have to stand for what's right.
Exactly.
Right. What do you? Okay, speaking of domestic violence, what do you think about the whole thing with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard?
I didn't do too much research into that.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about it.
I also haven't done a lot of research into it, but I know like. Well, actually, okay, I'm not gonna speak on it because I don't have confirmed facts. Yeah. But
just like in general.
In general, I mean, just for both male and female, or men and women, like don't abuse your partners.
Yeah.
Like, why? You got with them for a reason.
Yeah.
Why are you gonna abuse them?
Yeah.
I just don't understand that stuff, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really going back to culture, right? In like Delhi, there's so much rape in Delhi, so much.
Yeah. I mean, it's all over the world, bro.
Yeah,
like, it's
I know.
not. Yeah.
Like, have you seen the things in Delhi, bro?
It's crazy.
If girls don't feel safe going outside.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? Is a lot of them put the blame on the girl.
Yeah, bro. It doesn't make
They're
sense.
like, oh, you shouldn't wear provocative outfits. No, you should learn to teach your kids to
respect
not
others.
assault someone.
Yeah.
Just because if they say no, like, that's another thing I don't like about our culture, is how less importance we give to our women.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, it's true. In the brown community, women are given less importance than men. It's a fact.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be.
Like, again, as I was saying in one of the previous podcasts, like one of the priests from one of our temples came to my music teacher's house, and my music teacher's daughter, like, the priest gave her like 3 options: doctor, engineer, lawyer. Like, bro, there's so many more things than that.
Exactly.
Like, it's not just like those 3 things.
Yeah. I mean, she's lucky enough to even get options.
Yeah.
In a lot of places in India, women don't even get to have education.
Exactly. Yeah. Even I said, like, especially in India in general, like, it's such a non-diverse place, because for here in America we have so many like diversity with different cultures. Like, we see these different options. We have imaginations like, oh, like, if like a different ethnicity is doing that, I could also do the same thing.
Yeah.
But with people like growing up like in places like India, it's like they only just see other brown people. It's not like there's white people there, there's no black people there. Like, it's just,
I mean, there are, but they're very, very small.
Very small. Yeah. Like, very, very small. And like, whatever they see, it's like, oh, that's the only option I have.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if you're a housewife, you're a housewife. It's like, bro, you don't have to be a housewife.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's like, one thing that our generation needs to change is we need to put more respect on just
people,
human beings.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get what people get from like, what do you get from disrespecting a human?
Yeah.
It doesn't benefit you. It doesn't make you a better person.
Yeah.
There's no harm. Like, there's no harm in being a good person. It doesn't even take effort.
Yeah, because like, even like, I have talks with my mom and stuff about it. I'm like you don't always have to be in the kitchen. Like, you can do other stuff too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you have a life, live it.
Yeah.
You
got one life.
Exactly. Like, don't tell people how to live their life, and that goes for every human being in general. Like, don't tell people how to live their life, because at the end of the day, they're gonna resent you for telling them that.
Yeah. Speaking on like marriages and stuff, right? I want to ask you a question.
All right,
like, which marriage do you think does better, a love marriage or
arranged?
Yeah, which one?
My parents got an arranged marriage, and they're doing great.
Same.
And I've seen hundreds of love marriages, and they're doing great.
Yeah.
I think more than how the marriage is, I think it's who's in the marriage, right? Because love changes, arranged marriage changes.
Yeah.
Personally, I wouldn't want an arranged marriage.
Yeah.
Just because, why?
Yeah.
But I think it just depends on whether you have the right people in that like situation or not.
Yeah, because I've done like some stats about it to see like which marriage does better, and surprisingly, arranged marriages actually seem to do better.
Do better?
Yeah, because like I feel like generally, especially in love marriages, like a lot of it ends in like divorce and stuff. Because if someone cheats on someone, something like that, like I feel like it hurts a lot more.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like if someone's like arranged, they're like I feel like the more you like spend more time with them, I feel like you kind of like understand the person, so you're more like understanding of it. But I don't know, it can either like really go either ways.
So I heard something once about this topic. It was like I'm trying to remember the exact quote. I think it was like, love marriage starts out with love, and arranged marriage develops into love.
Yeah.
Right. So that's kind of like, that kind of makes sense. But yeah, I think it really just depends on like the people in the marriage.
Yeah.
If they're really like, if they care about each other, if they're for each other and whatever, then it should work.
Yeah.
Right.
Because like even when my parents got arranged, like they didn't even meet each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the day they met was their wedding.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
100%.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like maybe they might have like sent a message between the two before then, but like face to face they never saw each other.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. But I mean, even like nowadays, obviously my parents like still get into arguments and stuff, but I feel like arguments really actually make you stronger in a relationship.
100%. Yeah.
Because the more you argue, like the more you understand the other person, like what they believe in and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like me and my brother, we argue all the time, and that's the close. These are like literally one of the closest people I have. Me and my dad, me and my mom, we like have disagreements all the time.
Yeah.
Like we don't have arguments because I'm not trying to get beat.
That's true.
I'm joking. But like no, when you like have conversations with someone, that's when you can like express how you feel and they express how they feel, and that's when you learn.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but I feel like especially when my parents get into disagreements or arguments, right? Like if I were to be in a relationship, the one thing I would change is like actually coming to an agreement. Because like the thing is like they they argue for so long, but at the end of the day, like they don't solve it. It just kind of like stays at a standstill, and then they argue about it the next day and the day after. It's like I don't know. If I were to be in a relationship, like I would definitely want to come to like a conclusion. It's like, all right, like what's like the thing that you want to get to, like
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is like being able to accept that you're wrong.
Yep.
For any human being, just being able to accept that you're wrong in a situation would be literally life changing.
Exactly.
Like if you're wrong, just accept you're wrong.
Yeah, because even like as I said, like if we can let go of that ego, that pride, that judgment, like it would make people so much better.
For pride, I feel like negative pride. Like there's a different
there's good pride.
Yeah, like good pride. If you're proud of something, you be proud of it. But
like bro, Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z, he's proud to be Saiyan. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, that's true. Vegeta's goated.
Dude, Vegeta's dope.
I love that guy so much. He's so cool.
Yeah. For those who don't know what we're talking about Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, dude, Dragon Ball Z is like Saturday morning cartoons.
Exactly.
Was Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, bro. Like that was for sure our childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I never got into the whole anime stuff. But I did used to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! And Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Same here.
Just because that's, every
Saturday morning, bro.
It was Cubo and Saturday mornings. That's it. But what sucked is playing sports as a kid. Playing basketball for me, because I played basketball growing up. Saturday mornings were always when we had our games.
Oh, yeah, the same thing, especially like with soccer and stuff. Like I'm like, just like Yu-Gi-Oh's just about to happen. It's like, no, you got your game right now.
Yeah, so there was a lot of, but then I found out YouTube existed. I'm not gonna lie, dude. For the first like 2 years of my life, I only used YouTube for basketball.
Really?
First 2 years of me using YouTube, not of my life, but yeah, I only used YouTube for basketball. I'd watch like Michael Jordan or like Kobe, rest in peace. But yeah, I just watched their highlights. Yeah. And that was kind of it. I watched the mixes that they make. That's what I used to watch. Yeah. Like assist mix, blocks mix.
Yep. Yeah. Because I mean it's the same thing for my brother too. Because like he would also like watch like a lot of like highlights of Michael and Kobe, and also like they put like do you know Kanye's song like Amazing? Yeah. Yeah, bro. This guy would meditate to that song.
Dude, yeah. No, when you have a song, when you find a song, oh my god, bro.
Yeah. Bro, my brother was like such a huge Kanye fan back in the day, but now he like doesn't care.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he was a Kanye fan?
He was like
I was
back
also
like
Kanye
elementary,
fan.
middle school.
Yeah, I was a Kanye fan in elementary school.
Yeah. Those were the days.
Those were the good days, dude.
Yeah.
Those were back then. Kanye was undefeated.
That's facts.
And then I don't
now he's just running for president. Like what you trying to do now, guys?
We miss you, old Kanye.
Yeah.
We miss you. Yeah. But I'm never gonna tell anyone to change.
That's true.
So, congrats, Kanye. On I don't know what.
I mean,
he has money. It's okay. He doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I still support Kanye like in the fashion department with like Yeezys and stuff. Like I still like Yeezys. I mean, I'm wearing Yeezys right now. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, I like him in that sense, but
yeah, I haven't actually bought a pair of Yeezys. Are they comfortable?
Yeah, they're pretty comfortable.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I bought it with my own money. Like again, like as I said, like my biggest pet peeve, like back in middle school, like was when kids like were wearing like super stylish like sneakers. Because back then I wasn't like huge into sneakers. I think when like last year I got into it.
Yeah.
But like, because a lot of them were saying like, oh, like my dad got me like Yeezys. And I'm like, bro, like why don't you use your own money? Because guys, like when it comes to me like buying like my nice shoes, like I use my own money. Yeah. Like I'm not gonna ask my parents to buy like $200 a pair of sneakers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, 100%.
Yeah. Like if you use your own money to buy it, like then I'll respect it. But if you're like oh my dad got me this, I'm like nah.
Yeah, don't flex your parents' money.
Yeah.
You're not cool.
Yeah.
That doesn't make you cool and if you flex your parents' money.
And like I don't even talk about sneakers that much.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it's not something like I don't even like to flex a lot of stuff. I don't flex.
Yeah. No. I flex stuff that I've done. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I do flex
bro, like
stuff
losing 70 pounds is like a big achievement.
I flex stuff that I've done. Like an author. Like, yeah, I'm an author.
Yeah, bro,
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm an author. What's up?
Bro, this guy's gonna be an amazing person.
Like, if I've done something from my own money or if I've accomplished that, I'm gonna flex it.
Facts.
But I'm not gonna like. I hate flexing my parents' money.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, just because it's not yours.
Yeah, like
I mean, it's family, obviously,
yeah.
but like
you didn't like earn it pretty much.
you didn't spend all that time, busting your life even to earn it.
Yeah.
Like my dad traveled from when I was 2. So from the age of 2 to 17, he traveled. So I'd only see him on Saturdays, Sundays, Friday nights.
Mm-hmm.
And so growing up, it was just me, my mom, and my brother in South Sacramento. That's where I grew up.
Yeah.
And it was like that's just why I'm really close to my family, because we were in the situation where we got really tight. And a lot of stuff happened, some good, some bad. But when you spend time with the people that really love you, like, you build just such a strong connection.
Yeah, because especially like during this time, especially with the pandemic and everything happening, like I feel like it's especially got me much more closer with my parents. Because I feel like I wasn't like I was never like super close with my parents. I was never like really like open about like what's going on in my life. But especially like now with the pandemic, like I feel like I've gotten like a lot more open, and like it's helped me like mentally too.
Yeah.
With like anxiety and stuff, like for sure. Like just opening up to somebody for sure helps you out as well.
Yeah. No, my parents are both very anti stereotypes. Like, they don't like the brown culture and stereotypes, all that stuff. So they've always been open with me, which has led me to actually be open with them. Like, from a young age, both me and my brother, we've always been open with our parents just because they've been open with us.
Yeah.
Like, what I've seen in a lot of other situations is parents always make themselves
like they only just want to show
perfect.
they just like only want to show the good side, and I think that's especially like what happened with me, and that's why I feel like I was never that open with them, because they were like always just like trying to show like what like the good that's happened.
Yeah, like my parents, like if they messed up, they'd straight up tell me, like they'd be like, I messed this up when I was your age or something like that, right? And I was like, like they showed me that they're not perfect, and that kind of made them perfect for me.
Yeah, because like in my situation, they're like, oh, like why'd you do that? Like do better next time. I'm like, okay.
I mean, I got that too.
Yeah.
But they'd be like, I kind of did something similar my age. Like if I messed something, like my dad's told me stuff that isn't the like I don't know if you should tell your kid that stuff, because that'll change the way I look. Like I think my dad's so cool just because of the stuff he's told me.
Yeah.
But I could never see any other parent telling, like, I wouldn't even tell some of my friends the stuff that my dad's told. Like, he used to, in South Africa, because he lived in South Africa for a while.
Oh,
dude, he used to like race. He used to be a street racer.
Really?
Like, he used to race cars on the street.
Dang, that's dope.
And I'm like, like wow, you're so cool, man. I want to be like you.
That's dope.
But yeah, he's like, he'd just pull up to anyone who wanted to race, he'd race. And my dad, like, he knows how to drive. Like, my dad can drive like crazy.
Yeah, it's dope. Because I remember, like, also, like, when I was growing up, I feel like a lot of us, like, our parents, like, just, they don't, like, see, like, what we go through, like, especially in our generation with social media and everything. But also, that doesn't mean that they went through, like, a lot of stuff. Because especially for our families in general, because, our families are, like, immigrants from, other countries. Like, it was a struggle. Because I remember, especially with my dad, like, I think he was, like, the only, like, persons, like, in his class to graduate from his college. Because, like, legit, everyone else, like, flunked the test. Because, again, testing there is a completely different story.
Oh, yeah, it's so much harder.
My dad had to struggle a lot to get to where he is right now. So, yeah I'm proud of my dad for that.
Exactly. Also, kids, appreciate your parents.
Yeah.
Like,
because they had to go through their own stuff.
Exactly. Like, because our parents are immigrants, right? Yeah. So, I'm going to speak to the people who have immigrant parents just because I'm in that same situation. Your parents literally have come to another country and made a name for themselves. They built themselves up from nothing. All right, appreciate that.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, appreciate that.
Yeah. Just, like, don't take anything for granted, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because trust me, like, whatever you have in your life, like, someone else doesn't have that.
Exactly. Like, there's people that are literally homeless, dude.
Yeah. Bro, like, legit, like, just driving down the street in Sacramento, like, there's literally just aisles and aisles of just people
100%,
like, setting up their own, like, tents made out of cardboard.
100%. I've known a lot of people that have been homeless, and if you have a shelter, if you have a safe place, be thankful for that, because someone else doesn't.
Yeah.
All right, like if you don't have to worry about your life, then be thankful for that.
Yeah.
Just because it's important to be thankful.
Yeah.
Don't ever take things for granted.
Yeah, that's like definitely like the one thing I for sure like respect for my parents is like the amount of time, the amount of work that they had to like invest their life for, especially in India, just to get here. Like I respect it so much.
Exactly. Like think about that. Anytime you want you're hating on someone, think about what they've been through. Take that into perspective.
Yeah.
And if that changes the way you feel, then okay.
Yeah.
Right. Like I think one thing that people really should do is look at both sides of the problem.
Exactly. Just be open-minded, really.
Yeah. And then once you look at both sides, you can make a better decision.
Yeah. But don't be that person who says that you're open-minded, but then you're not open-minded. So.
Yeah, don't do that. That's also you're not cool for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that doesn't make you a better person.
Yeah.
Because you're not open-minded at all.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's not hard to be open-minded.
Mm.
Like it's not hard to look at a problem from someone else's perspective.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I think we're already an hour into this, so want to go to the audio portion?
All right, let's do it.
All right. So thank you guys for watching the video. If you guys are still on the audio, make sure to continue sticking with us. But for those on video, make sure to go check us out on audio. And again, if you guys want to be on the podcast, send us any questions. If you guys have something you want to get off your chest, let us know.
Yep.
Brown_boys_3 on Instagram. And yeah.
And if it's something important, we can keep it anonymous as well.
Yeah.
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 If you want us to discuss something, because we're very open people.
Yeah.
We'll discuss it. But if you don't want us to discuss,
get to it, into it, yeah, for sure. We won't get into that.
Yeah, and if you don't want us to disclose who you are or anything, that's fine. We can keep it anonymous.
Yeah. Alrighty. Peace.